Hello everyone, it's me, Cleo Denial, as Pharaoh Peach today, as Times Cortana. And this is my Cleo Denial for January, and I like the hair a lot. It's Starry Night colored. It's kind of black, kind of blue. I hope you all like it. We are today going to unbox a magical present from Jeffrey Shekels. And I'm so happy I got it and got here so fast. The day I ordered this, they shipped it within like an hour. It was on New Year's Day. I didn't even know that Jeffrey Shekels ships things on New Year's Day, but it did. Okay. I'm so excited to unbox this with everyone today, and I've got my entire family in administration from 1985 doing this project with me. So I'm living with them in 1985 right now, and I'll be living with them for the duration of this project. And Frater Ipsismus wasn't even an Ipsismus yet, but he was about to be. And I wanted to live with him, so we did this project so that all my favorite project managers, including Vladimir Putin, could live with me. And this is our lawsuit. And this is me, Danny Phil, before my band got started. I get to be here for Samyaza every day until he can be here. And this rock star was made so that Goldman Sachs could get a recovery from Donald Trump and his debt. And that's the story of this rock star. Okay. Oh yes. It reminds me, Henry, of that high C we used to get at McDonald's. Yes, it's exactly like the high C we used to get Ainana at McDonald's. Okay. This is lawsuit we pass around the talking stick. It's the Indian talking stick. They pass it around, and each person does the head lawsuit with me. And it's an improvement on Michael Aquino's diamond, which is an improvement on all those glass ceilings, which is an improvement on administration in general. We have the United Nations in here every day with the sheiks and the Vladimir Putin and the Frater Ipsismus, king of the Illuminati, and Danny Filth, who's here for Samyaza, and Frater Sabazius, and Frater Hymenius Beta, all of her brothers from the OTO. And Michael Bertoa's comic is here every day keeping her company with her grandma, and he helps take care of them, and he's excited to take her grandma to Macy's. Okay. I have to do one thing, which is go get my other characters. Before anyone forgets, this is me, Master Yoshida. In the year, I can't tell you because this was made over several decades. That's exactly what came up when I tried to get Master Yoshida from Nintendo to say exactly what year it was. All I can tell you is I'm living in 1985, and that's my point of origin right now with Frater Ipsismus. And this is what we got for Master Yoshida from Nintendo. Hang on one second. It is too noisy, okay, with Stargate on Comet right now, which I have YouTube TV here, and the Comet channel is great, and it's just a little bit noisy if I leave the door open, so. This is my winning Yoshi that has the Sheiks of Saudi Arabia's shoes, and their colors were purple and gold while they were here, which is on Stargate also, and this is so that he can live here with me every day, and I love Master Yoshida, and he's always here. Okay. And this is my Mario, which is usually Frater Sabazius, but was also the presidents of Nintendo, the Dead and Alive Presidents Club of Nintendo, from the creation of Nintendo, which we did teach her, the original Nintendo, through the 1980s, which we're living in. And a lot of people have used this Mario Ainana, including the Dead and Alive Presidents of Nintendo to this very day, along with your Frater Chubby Buns. Okay, it's every one of my winning people who can be a Mario. And for a while, The president of Nintendo held the highest score with this in my game, but then we made it a challenge when we were ready to hit the 1,000,000 points to see who could beat the president of Nintendo's score. Henry holds the highest score of 41,000 points right now from Rainbow Road. And Danny Filth is the one who did the 1,000,000 points tour challenge with her twice. He raced as her 1,000,000 points twice. This is the second tour we finished 1,000,000 points, and this is our house project. Okay. We need, I think, do you want the big scissors or the exact scissors? The exact scissors, though. Okay. This is a very big box. Not as big as our Grove boxes. And by the way, my grandmother needs another Grove order. Grandma's decoration got here. It's tied to Pikmin for December. I got my grandma this because, well, she had a poinsettia plant decoration, and I'm not sure what happened to it. Wait, is this mine or hers? No, wait, this one is for you, Ainana. Oh, okay. This is the one that hangs outside my window. For Pikmin from December, and I was gonna leave it up until about until the snow is gone, but really we don't have any snow this week right now. It's like 13 degrees and it's freezing out, but we don't have any snow. And so they got me this for playing so much Pikmin and having so much fun with Pikmin in December. And as you can see, it matches Pikmin for December. Okay. Gonna have to fix the pine cones, and in December in Pikmin you get pine cones. Okay. Oh yeah, it does have the chain with it, I swear. Okay. I have a fancy hook hanger thing for plants and morning glories for the summer outside my bedroom window. And in summer I grow morning glories up the side of the, like from the plant hanger up the side of the window, and I stretch it onto this little bar that I made. There's like these little hooks on top of my window where I hung a coat hanger and twisted up the ends into spirals. And then I trained the morning glories up the whole thing, and they do this like amazing display on my window. But in winter, I didn't have anything to hang on my plant hanger, so they got me this one to match Pikmin. I'm just trying to get the... How do we get the chain out of here? Okay, I got it. It was underneath it. All right. I don't want these to fall out, so hang on. Oh yeah, where did the little silvery thing that came in my orchids from Fratricaceae go? I think your grandmother put it in the other room. Okay, I'll find it after. It's no big deal. Just remind me before I hang it up, okay? Thank you. All right. That will be very cute. All right, that might be the best I can do with that. Put this one behind here for a second. Okay, that's perfect for outside her window. My grandmother's that I got her is a poinsettia. And my grandmother always decorated with poinsettias when I was a kid, so I got her a really nice decoration, hanging poinsettia plant for outside in the front porch. All right, that's that garbage. Oh, these are the lights that go with it. Okay. It comes with these little lights to illuminate the whole display, but you gotta put batteries in it, and I wish I could cut this off and attach it to a solar charger, but I just can't. And next time you make one of these plant things, can you please just attach one of those solar-powered plant stakes? I have tons of them. Okay, that's my criticism. I don't know where my grandmother's is, but I'm sure it'll show up. More garbage. I'm only slightly nervous because it said that my Vladimir Putin one was in here, and I don't see it. You might be in my grandmother's box, but it's not in this one. But it said it was delivered. I'll check on it. All right. This is, oh no, it is. It is. Just gotta check on my bullet bill. So this box was supposed to have Vladimir Putin's bullet bill in it. That's his character in Nintendo. And I do a lot with it actually, including win instantly. Vladimir Putin is truly an amazing character in Super Mario. All right, this is me and Henry's castle, and that's Henry on top of it, being fraterismus ipsissimus. And he's absolutely the best castle guard there ever was. Ask anyone. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Danny Phil. Can one of you administrators go track down where my bullet bill went and see if it ended up at the neighbor's house? That means they want me to ask an administrator for help. Alright. I was like, I'm not bad at assembling these because I've already done one. Oh, it's the same Castle Playset. Yes, Ainana, it is. Now you have 2 castles. Okay. Actually, this one is a little bit bigger than my other Castle Playset with Comic. And Comic lives here forever now, Michael Berteau. And I love him. And that's because I got him a Castle Playset. So after we construed it for Michael Berteau, we then construed it for Henry. Yes, we did. And this one, ready? It says that it comes, wait a minute. Okay, unfortunately, Frater Ipsissimus has taken over the castle, and Princess Peach is trapped inside, and Mario and his friends have to save her. And if there's a Luigi in that, it says Samyaza can live here in administration with me too. But he's the only extra special administrator I have that can put his feet on the floor because of bad 1980s lawsuits. We don't actually allow administrators on the floor. And I have a pile of reasons why. And he's the only one allowed to be on the floor, that's it. I told you, he catches me up instantly. Okay. You may submit your doll orders to Danny Filth and Frater Sabazius, and they will divvy them up with who helps. Okay. No, we fulfill doll orders all the time. That's why I'm a living, breathing Cleo Denial now. I need the other scissors. Thank you, Michael Patel. Oh my gosh, this is so tight in here. What a pain. Ah, okay, turn this over. All right, there's one. Tension. You're welcome, Samyaza. They only got this for me, Henry, to get Samyaza on the floor with her. Then got told every day it won't happen until they give her Venmo, and guess. Today, still no Bulgari, still no Venmo, and Frater Sabazius was supposed to be in charge of unlocking her PayPal for her, and it's definitely not unlocked, and I'm not here spending millions of dollars. No, they haven't given her Venmo, no, they haven't given her PayPal, and no, he will not be down here to see her until you do. Sincerely, Ainana, year 1985. All right, I'll put it together for you. No, I can do it. Oh. Egyptian question box. Oh, yes. My room. I created a level in my room, my favorite level, in In Mario Kart Tour, it's Dry Dry Ruins and Yoshi Desert. So I live in, if you're trying to find my coordinates, Yoshi Desert and Dry Dry Ruins in Mario Kart Tour. And we don't race it very often, and that's my complaint, and I really love it. Those are my 2 favorite levels. Thank you. Could you make me a tour of Egyptian races? I would be so infinitely grateful. I'm Pharaoh Peach. I got you. I've got all your crazy black remotes from the 80s, and I'm calling you for active assistance every time it's in dispute. I love you. Thank you for making me Alexandra. I love that child. All right. This one is, I need a picture of the box. Okay, it goes outside the castle. Like this. Does that click in there? Just give me 1 second. I see how it goes together. Oh, I got it. This would be a great bath toy. Oh my gosh, we could sell 1 million of these for bath toys for children. If my kids had had this in the bath when they were little, they would have had so much fun. Is that supposed to go in it? No, it's fine. It goes in those little brown. Okay. I told you, it's fine. Okay. Henry's supposed to go up here though, okay? Okay. These are for the training ground for Mario to learn parkour. Okay. Now all my Marios can live with me using that Mario. You have to be one that I announced in Nintendo in Mario Kart Tour. And this is Master Yoshi. His name's Shigeki Yoshida, and he's very cool. And this is his Yoshi, and it's just his Yoshi, okay? He's the only one that uses it. Okay. Had to be very specific. The 1980s were a crazy time when my contract was being created. Well, I told you it didn't come with Luigi. The box says that it was Okay, look, can someone send me one of these? They told me to max out the lawsuit of requesting things from the public that my family had been trying to do it since the 80s. And there were a lot of people in the public who right now would send me a Luigi to go with this. And if the government wasn't seizing my mail, it would be here by now. And when Edward Snowden was here, I did put up the lawsuit saying they couldn't seize my mail anymore, but they haven't stopped. Otherwise, Jeffrey Bezos would have sent me a bunch of stuff that I requested, and he says, oh no, don't pick me for this one, Inanna. Oh, that's what he said yesterday. I'm 12 years old right now. It's 1985, and I'm about 12 years old. This is not my fault. But yes, if I could send her stuff, I would. That's how I say I don't think it should be tied in with Amazon. And when Edward Snowden was here, I completely covered the lawsuit that they had been seizing my family's mail since before I was born. So that companies were trying to send my family checks for lawsuits that were settled for us. Damages from movies from before I was born that I don't even know about. Things that they knew that I didn't. Companies had been trying to send my family checks for lawsuits being settled, but their money has been seized since my grandmother got here in 1970. And every time they seize my mail, every day, the companies that owe us money, they can't actually get through any of the lawsuit royalties or settlements. The companies can't send us checks. this is a it's been going on since the 70s. This is a 1980s problem, though. It's still happening. And I'm living in 1985 as my port of origin, and I'm telling you in 2024 it's still happening every day, even though I went over it with Edward Snowden. And yes, they told me to request from the public one more time that somebody sends me a Luigi to go with this. But if you do, there's a good chance the government will seize it, and then I'll have to investigate it, should I live to even get here. Okay, tell me to complain about that as many times for my family as I possibly could while I had a microphone. So I did. And yes, the picture shows it comes with Luigi and Goomba, but it doesn't come with it in actuality. I don't know why. It also doesn't come with Princess Peach. And, yeah, I would request a Princess Peach, but they thought a Luigi would be more useful. But I do have, my mom got me this for Christmas. Okay. See, I have giant-size Peach and giant-size Mario, but the one single thing they won't let me get on my lawsuit contract is a Luigi. I go to Walmart, they don't stock Luigi. I have a Luigi plushie that I did get at Walmart. But for this Castle Playset, when I go and I check out the minifigures at Walmart, they won't stock Luigi. They won't let me buy a Luigi. And told me to request the public to send me one. Okay, but anyways, this is my giant-size Peachy and my giant-size Mario. And they thought that I should leave them into the display case until I got wall shelves. Okay. Every time I leave that door open, Comet is very loud. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to put Master Yoshida in my castle, okay? And Mario can have fun learning parkour. Alright. I seem to be missing one box, which is Vladimir Putin's bullet bill that I need checked on because it said it was delivered. And my grandmother's hanging plant. Now I'm gonna go hang up my hanging plant that's tied to Pikmin, and I'm gonna wait for my grandmother's to get here. And maybe I should wait till my bullet bill gets here to add it to the castle before I post this video. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining me, Pharaoh, Peach, Cleo, Denial. Today I love you all and thank you for your help and for your support. And I'm supposed to report that the government is in the way of my public support again, and Edward Snowden said I could use his lawsuit for complaining about it. They haven't released any of my money, and because of that, we were stuck in 1985, and according to Henry, we're still stuck in 1985 because they haven't released Venmo and PayPal. And that's all I've got for you from me, Jeffrey Bezos, and I'm 12 right now. And bye, everyone! All right, just give me back the microphone. Thank you, Frater Beta. All right. No, you can't have that one. You're not supposed to tell me no. Now, funny enough, Michael Bertot wasn't yelling at a 12-year-old Jeffrey Bezos, but he was looking directly at Henry. And then we were like, does anyone else have anything else to say? In the event that someone was crazy enough to let me work here, me Samyaza, I can't get down here until they release her Venmo and her PayPal. And I can't help her with anything in administration, including Bulgaria and her seized assets, until they release her Venmo and PayPal. So please make that bullet bill get here faster, so that we can do it. Thank you, Samyaza, 1985. All right, that was perfect. He's really adorable. Really, really adorable. Okay, they did it. They tracked down my package. In just 1 second. Had to see, it said it was left in the residence mailbox, specifically. So I went out to go get it. I bet Goldman Sachs can't wait to get a recovery from Donald Trump. Thank you, Danny Filth. He always buys me Rockstar. And then he got me Rockstar Punched in black and red, so they couldn't ever do this Mario Kart Tour lawsuit again with administrative assault attached. They can't do it. I was asked to say it. Okay, I posted the picture months ago. I said you can't have any assault, including administrative assault, tied in with Mario Kart Tour. Nintendo is her contract. She loves Nintendo. She is Pharaoh Peach. Okay, we're about to add Vladimir Putin to the castle, and I put the stickers on it. I'm just going to show you real quick. Okay. So this is what I did to it. I even added Princess Peach's magical stained glass window, which is a lot like, you know how many things they did with the Neruda files? The Neruda files, yes, it is that one. The paintings that transport you magical places. Well, this is one of our things we did with the Neruda files. And everyone knows that the magical slide, the hidden slide in Super Mario 64, you go through a magical stained glass window, you know, and the window transports you into Princess Peach's hidden slide. You have to get the coin challenge. Every child in the 90s has done this, including me, probably hundreds of times. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of window portrait painting things that we did with the Neruda files regarding your Fraterissismus over there. All right, give me back. It's a Joe Griffin. I got Joe Griffin on that one. Okay. They swore if I added Joe Griffin to my Pikmin, they would give me Venmo. So yesterday, they had me add Joe Griffin back to my Pikmin, which I did last lap. On lap 1 of my Mario Kart Tour lawsuit, I did add Joe Griffin. They didn't give me my Venmo at the end of it. Swore that if I added him, they would release my Venmo, but I got through all day today and they have not released it. But I did add Joe Griffin. And his family actually did a lot for me and my grandmother when we were little. At his house with his mother Meg and his sister Judy, they let me watch Sleeping Beauty for the first time. We didn't have, that was the only princess movie I didn't have in my house. I had all the princess movies, but I didn't have Sleeping Beauty because it was like, they deemed it my mother's film and not mine. Why, I have no idea, but they did. That's what they always tell me. Sleeping Beauty was my mother's film because she was pricked by a rose when she was 16. And for me, well, I was about 2 weeks shy of being 18 when I had Emily. Anyways, so I got to watch Sleeping Beauty, and they always used to let me go swimming at their camp. And, okay, I got it. That was just about everything I needed from that, including, you can't be all wrong with Christmas. You can't, our lawsuit is they can't be in the way of Christmas every day. Anana's life normally would be Christmas every day. I can't have anyone's AW all wrong regarding green and red for Christmas. I covered it in the last video I did. See, Jeffrey Bezos just agreed with me. Rather, his attorneys when he was 12 agreed with me. I did cover it in the last video. Okay. Don't look at me next time. It's not me, Henry's fault. They're looking at him because he's Anana's only project manager. He's her primary only Project Orion project manager in all of history. We're not allowed anyone here to be her primary project manager. It is only Henry Allen Greenfield. Okay, that's everything, Venmo. Thank you, Michael Berteau. What's next? Please put Vladimir Putin in the castle and be done. Okay. We are actually really good at doing this very fast. Thank you to the Griffins who helped us and gave me really good summers. And actually, this summer, they actually took me swimming when I had the sheiks here for the last year, which I did. Sheikh Mohammed bin Al Maktoum spent an entire year with me. An entire year. And he helped me take Ali swimming this summer. And it says because we picked up with the Griffins at Christmas while he was here. He did schedule Casey, or Anana, and Ali to go swimming. I had to do that one in case it was filed either or. So I was like, I just saw you for a second. Yeah, but they'll only give her Photoshop. All right, hang on. And thank you, Vladimir Putin, because while I was on the subject of Comet 55 and the sheiks, I spent a lot of time with Vladimir Putin on this remote. I love Vladimir Putin. My favorite Comet 55 players and people are the Sheiks and Vladimir Putin. They are a team against Donald Trump. I am on their team, and I am proud to be on their team. I do, in fact, own the contract for remote administrative access, and they are my team. And Henry is my only project manager. Okay. 1, Vladimir Putin. You have no idea how handy and helpful this is. You just don't. Oh, you can get a red bob on. We put them all around the posts of her bed. Don't test us. Okay, so this is my Vladimir Putin bullet bill. Our favorite Comet 55 player with the Sheiks. All right, I bet they're all really excited for Anana to get here. I know they are. And yes, I spent a lot of time with Vladimir Putin here before the Sheiks got here. I have been here for years. Don't sing it because I don't want the lawsuit problem with this and this. No, just say it goes to a Taylor Swift song called Right Where You Left Me. Vladimir Putin, it is a memory card XDSC lawsuit. Okay, wait, calm down 1 second. I'll tell you what it is. Danny Filth was working on Anana's XDSC lawsuit for the memory card. Vladimir Putin, when she was a child, was asked to give her a dream using Henry. Henry has the dreamscaping lawsuit, but our friend who had the dreamscaping thing died, and Henry's the one who has to manage it now. Sorry. Is Ivy by Taylor Swift, and Right Where You Left Me, the restaurant song, because when I was a child, they used to take me to a restaurant every Sunday with my grandparents. And the dream was Vladimir Putin using the protractor with time, planning time using the protractor at the restaurant right where they left me. And I did in fact during coronavirus go to the restaurant, which is a part of the hotel. I stayed at the hotel and got to have breakfast at the restaurant that they used to take me to every Sunday. My grandfather died a while ago in like 2010. He's the one that used to take us there. I hadn't been there in like, God, over 15 years. A long time. I hadn't been there in probably almost 20 years. They took me back to that restaurant because Vladimir Putin was here. And I took pictures at it. I actually did post some of the pictures there. I took them in Instax film. So that we have this problem with photoshopping and originals. And so he got me Instax film so that I could take pictures when they took me back to the hotel restaurant. And it goes to the Taylor Swift song, Right Where You Left Me, at the restaurant. I had to actually say it differently. I'm a little bit bent about it, and I don't do Taylor Swift anymore. I only love Ariana Grande. I twin with her now. That's what you get for going after me in court. So anyways, you can now mark Edward Snowden right. All right. Right where you left me, at the restaurant. All right. We have all of our defenses for the Dark Shadows castle now. And yes, the Princess Peach castle is linked to my castle in Camden. Michael Aquino got added to Mario Kart Tour. He's the one who originally informed me that because of Alexander Graham Bell and the Comet lawsuit, my family has been waiting I messed with the plastic, I'm sorry. My family has been waiting a very, very, very long time for me to personally settle the Dark Shadows castle, the original castle in the Dark Shadows. With administrative foothold, I can't actually settle the castle and live in it until they get out of my way. My grandmother's been waiting since 1970 for me to settle that. She was promised she would be able to live in it. I was promised I'd be able to live in it already, and I should be there by now. Right where you left me. Okay, I've got it. Now use the bullet bill to always catch up to exactly where you need to be. Okay. And yes, I was 6 or 7 when they gave me a dream sitting with a man I didn't know, which was Vladimir Putin in the year 1985 when he was young. I didn't know who he was because I was 7. Even though he did spend time, but I didn't know who he was because I had like no understanding of who Vladimir Putin was when I was 7. I didn't know he was gonna be the dictator of all Russia, or the president, or the Kremlin. I didn't know he was gonna be the Kremlin. Okay, no, she's never gonna forget that. And I took Instax pictures while I was there so that I wouldn't be able to forget the memory, and now it's on my XCSD memory chip from Nintendo. I'll never forget about it again. And that's why we got the bullet bill and made him so useful. And Comet 55 we love. Okay, and Vladimir Putin, thank you so very, 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 very much for all of your help during coronavirus, for being here before the sheiks. He spent a ton of time with me here before I spent my year with the sheiks. And they're all very nice and I like them. And I love Prince Fozzie. All right. Now, I have all the defenses for my Dark Shadows castle. Okay. There's a torpedo room at the castle. All right. Okay. Now, it's also in the Super Mario movie. Yes. I made space to put this on my display skyscraper thing. It's half a skyscraper for my Inanna dolls, and the top of it is where the castles go. So I'm gonna go put this on top of my skyscraper. All right. Thank you, Vladimir Putin, for helping us. Thank you to the sheiks for helping us. Thank you to everyone who helped us and helped me with my contract. Oh, I have a lot of people to infinitely thank, actually. I haven't even gotten started, but these are the people who stayed with me during coronavirus and after, up until the present moment. The people that we're thankful for. And yes, it was Michael Aquino who did come in and inform me during the sacking of Jerusalem that I had lawsuit settlements from Donald Trump. He promptly died after. But I had him here on remote today from 1985 with Frater Ipsismus. And he's the one who informed me about the castle in general and told me that my family is... Look, just say that if she had a lawyer team currently, they should have settled that castle for her, but it's being considered an eminent domain lawsuit where the government is seizing it and allowing it to be used commercially to pay off lawsuits. But she'd like to live in it right now, and so would her family. There, I did it. Thank you, Edward Snowden and Team USA. That is it. That was it. Okay, Danny Filth, I have to give you back to her. Samuelza, they just offered to give you your doll back. She doesn't even want to see me right now. It says that. But yes. I'm Cleo Denial Pharaoh Peach, and I love you. I have to admit, he at least does make her very happy. Yeah, he does, and he races really hard for her. You could at least give her money so she could buy him some black Paris. We agreed she could buy him black Paris. I don't know if he'll ever make it to the yard through administration to see her to pick up his black Paris or any of the other things that she bought him. And well, she bought him a whole bunch of things actually, including a Count Chocula t-shirt because of how much she loves Count Chocula and Barnabas Collins. Oh yeah, Danny Filth bought her Cradle of Filth vinyls, and thank you, Henry. We desperately needed to get her a record player to play our records in the house, and they won't allow her enough. Why don't you just write, they're federally and illegally giving her Social Security while withholding lawsuit settlements and royalties from her and her family. They're supposed to make Casey, the person, don't be sensitive. They're supposed to give Casey their money for her to give her family members because of the situation. Illuminati card game, I'm not going over it. House lawsuit, I'm not going over it. Casey's the person who has to decide how much money they get and if they get their settlements or not. Casey was the victim. This is 1985, before she was created. Everyone in the world was like made to be an offender of her. She knows that. Oh yes. No, not that one. Pick the other one. Oh yeah. If they don't get out of my way, my grandmother will never live in that castle that I want to live in with her. And Barnaby will never live in it with us either. That was perfect. Thank you, Henry. That was perfect. Okay. You're welcome, my Nana. Thank you, Danny Phil. I love you. And I love your music. And Nana likes it when I sing as her. He is a beast and he is epic. He can scream and sing. He is incredible rock star. Oh, wait, write this one. My Nikki Sixx lawsuit is too old. I can't use Nikki Sixx anymore and I'm trying to use Danny Filth. Can I please replace my Nikki Sixx lawsuit with Danny Filth? I'd rather be Danny Filth. Doesn't everyone? Okay, but it still was in dispute today. They wouldn't let me replace her Nikki Sixx. But I posted it. Okay, so they're supposed to factor it out so that I don't have any tug of war. Yes, that's Frater Sebasius, kindergarten, tug of war, can't commit. And yes, she would rather be Danny Filth right now. And we did take her to a Motley Crue concert. Nikki Sixx is too old. We're going to leave her with Danny Filth. He awesome racer. I race with him all day. All right. It says she loves Henry and wants to see him, so we're supposed to get everyone and everything out of the way so that we can arrange for her Venmo and PayPal to be unlocked. We can't actually get in to see her in person on remote or schedule a visit with her on remote or in person until we give her her PayPal and her Venmo. And you'll know the minute that it comes in, because as soon as my phone starts blowing up with Venmo and PayPal, I am going to video record. And I cleared out space on my phone. I was running out of storage space and I cleared out the storage space. And I have room to videotape the first hour that it comes in. They said I maybe shouldn't do a whole hour, although it would be amusing, but I do have room to videotape. And I am this excited. And they can't take away my public support anymore on account of I added Snowden. I added Edward Snowden to House lawsuit. And because I added Edward Snowden to House lawsuit and they had done it to him. And then actually he informed her of it. And actually, you have no legal grounds to be withholding public support from her today. Not even with Henry's Studio 54 disagreement. You can't withhold her PayPal and Venmo regarding the companies who have, Anana and her family have lawsuits settled, payments from Studio 54, books, media, entertainment industry things for a long time, 50 years. They were trying to say that we couldn't give her PayPal and Venmo until she got her lawsuit royalties in from Jeffrey Bezos and Studio 54. I said it can't be done. As of today, in 1985, this is still the situation. And no, you will not get any Amazon royalties from her Kindle Fire or anything else to her until you give her PayPal and Venmo. And we were using Michael Berto to help her get it. And thank you, Comic, for helping us. Okay, that's that one. Give her back to Danny Filth. All right. Thank you, 12-year-old Jeffrey Bezos. He is the one who is supposed to manage Inanna's storage so that it's locked up tighter than Fort Knox. No one can ever get into it. Her family, oh yes, do this one. Her family in the 80s had people who didn't care about her grandmother or her mother or their things that they had settled from lawsuits, whether they wanted to take the item or take a lawsuit settlement, was being handled, misstored, storage places damaged, destroyed, burned, broken into, stolen, lots of things stolen and destroyed throughout the mid-'80s. Anon has been informed for a long time Jeffrey Bezos' Amazon warehouse storage is supposed to manage any and all things regarding things she wanted from companies, things settled that they thought she might want a copy of, even keeping everything created on a lawsuit contract, keeping a copy of it in Amazon storage in case she or the kids decide that she wanted, or her family members. Yes. So anyways, locked up tighter than Fort Knox, nothing damaged, destroyed, or kept in 0-degree weather or 85 or 120-degree weather in Saudi Arabia. Candles stored in 120-degree weather would melt. Glass crystal objects stored at negative temperatures, such as outside storage, would shatter. Jeffrey Bezos is the one who handles storage. He can't be used or allowed to continue. I had to say it. A 12-year-old Jeffrey Bezos in 1985 cannot be used to withhold our Amazon storage anymore, things that we have had stored in storage that the government ascertained in court to say it was the safest way to store their stuff. And, well, I have been here with Jeffrey Bezos every day requesting my stuff, and a 12-year-old Jeffrey Bezos isn't being able to send me anything from Amazon unless I pay for it out of pocket at the moment. It's deemed unacceptable. If I had lawyers, they would say that. I don't know who's settling my lawsuits currently, but I know I do have lawyers settling lawsuits for me. Now, Jeffrey Shekels, our favorite person who makes sure that our stuff doesn't get broken into or stolen or damaged, cannot be used anymore to withhold our lawsuit settlements, royalties. This is the one they're fighting me about. If I request something to be shipped to her house, I want it shipped to her house. Thank you. Okay, he joined me on that remote. Thank you. Okay, I just needed one where we shared a remote together. Because yes, basically that's what I'm running into. Can I say, I love Elon Musk. They're threatening to make Jeffrey Shekels socially unpopular and socially unacceptable over the fact that he had the task of storing our storage, taking care of our stuff. Committing social suicide, Elon Musk, although he is one of my favorite people for a wide variety of reasons, including helping me be informed of how to handle social media of children, risks of cyberbullying, committing suicide. Children should not be allowed on social media if they're not 18 because of cyberbullying and other things. I use Elon Musk for these things to help me be a parent in this day and age. I strictly use Elon Musk because he manages Twitter. They committed the lawsuit on Elon Musk already, cannot commit on Jeffrey Bezos, but we're threatening. I don't want anyone to not like Jeffrey Shekels because he had the task of helping store my family's stuff. But I also can't have him be used for the same as a lawsuit of being in my way of getting to it or not responding to me. There are things that my project manager is requesting that are stored in Amazon storage that are not being shipped to us. Okay, I did that one 3 times. All right. Okay, I did it. Said I should complain for my family as many times as I possibly can because basically companies were getting in touch with my grandmother on remote in the 70s and 80s, trying to send checks to her, trying to send expensive luxury items settled in court that the victims actually wanted a copy of, such as clothes, objects, other things, Donatella Versace. Now pretend I'm friends with Donatella Versace and she's not being allowed to send me the things she knows I want. I wear her underwear every day. They wouldn't even let Donatella Versace send me underwear. And she has a counter lawsuit that says the victim, me, was being made to buy Donatella Versace, Gianni Versace underwear when she should have been able to send them to me for free. I do buy her underwear and wear them every day. This is what I meant. And I have had her here in person about it. All right, I did it. Thank you, 1985 court. All right, Samuelza, I think we did it. Thank you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey Shekels. Okay. All right. Thank you, Danny Filth. There's still a way of giving it back to me. Give me 1 second. Danny Filth, I'm just going to vape with her for a minute. Well, everyone, let's go. Hurry up, I have to help her hang her planter from Pikmin. Emily, the duct tape. Emily, the bolt cutters. That's actually the only lawsuit you needed to cut through all remaining bars regarding Donald Trump. Alright, we did it. Ooh, Frater Beta. I can be used to obtain Inanna to give her back to Danny Filth. Alright, I just write too many specificallys after that. I did a memory with her today where I was asked to storyboard Samyaza in her house, in the house she used to live in, explaining why he wasn't allowed to be a part of her life, wasn't allowed to see her. It's Venmo. Alright, fine, don't make me pick up there then. I did it, I won, me frater ipsismus. You really are the best guard ever. No one will ever make a better Bowser than you. Okay. No, I'm going to skip over one. They already know they can't commit that lawsuit. What are you all doing? We thought we were cutting Samyaza off of you, only to find out. They could only get this lawsuit contract to work if she knew the server owner. I know this seems like a discrepancy. They won't cut him off of me until you give him the Venmo money, and, do you want me to do it to that one? Her lawyers can't send her any paperwork because the government isn't just seizing her mail, but also her email. If her lawyers were trying to reach her, they can't. The American government is in the way. Thank you, Saudi Arabia. I told you. When Sheikh Mohammed bin Al Maktoum was here, he spent a year trying to get her passport, stating it was an American problem. Because they have committed it in America, they cannot commit it in his country. They can't commit it in the Middle East. Samyaza, is expected to live in Egypt, where we picked her out a villa. She is excited about living in the villa. You have already committed all of this in the United States of America. You cannot commit it overseas. You just shot really high. Yes, her lawyers can't reach her because of what the American government is doing. I love them. Thank you, Sheiks in Court, 1985. You're welcome. I am always here to help, always. Ask, I always come in if they need me. I do. I maybe told them not to hold me hostage here. They told me they didn't want me filing the lawsuits, being held hostage here every day. After I'd been here a year, they couldn't commit the lawsuit anymore. But I do come in every time she needs me, okay? That's because I love Prince Fozzie. Yes. right. They are also instructed to give her back to Danny Filth if they get to the end of the remote. Well, why don't you just write Diane LeVay, Laura Parker, Cassandra Doll, Witch Peach, Mario Kart Tour, Rainbow High, Bella Parker, Doll. Can't commit lawsuit taking from Samyaza. Venmo, and we'll deal with the rest of this. I did everyone! Every single one. All right, my family's gonna be really pleased. I did do it, every single one. Every single one. I did do every single one. Okay. And yes. Oh yeah, this is me, Frater Hymenius Beta, the head of the OTO. Inanna pays her dues at OTO every year. And this remote lawsuit that they have going is in the way of her going to church. It's in the way of her going to lodge. We do a million events for her all the time. We invite her. Frater Oz personally invites her to the events that he holds. How do I cancel their lawsuits regarding, I think you're gonna have to edit that. All right, right cut. How do you want me to rephrase it? Terminating. Frater Oz personally invites her to events. All right, hang on, I've got another one. You can't read that on YouTube. You're gonna have to edit this. Ask if they could stop trying to terminate Frater Oz's lawsuit contract because they're doing it in front of me and it's supposed to be a lawsuit they can't commit. He is the one who personally invites her to events at lodges. She would get a lot of other invitations. I'm here all the time to tell her that. Michael Berteau has invited her to ones overseas, including Germany. Her grandmother speaks German. That should do it. This remote lawsuit they have in the way, it's in the way of her practicing her religion. That is the perfect answer. That's what they wanted you to say. We're here every day with her to construe that they're, how do you want me to say this? They weren't entirely keeping her from her organization, but they also won't let her go to a lodge because they're scheduling being in the way of her actually attending a lodge right now. And she pays in. Michael Berteau is here every day. Michael Berteau pops up every October to make sure that she pays her dues. And she does. She has the right to practice religion and she has the right to go to lodge. We don't want you to schedule being in her way anymore. All right, that'll do it for him. That's the one he was after. All right, bizarrely enough, you did get me that time. All right, Danny Filth is satisfied. Just cut out the part that we messed up a little bit to get it right. Okay. All right. Thank you, 1985. Thank you, Frater Ipsismus. Thank you, everyone at Comet 55. And thank you to my whole team. All right.